A few days ago, I posted this community poll. It asked you what video you'd like to see next for my channel, and I gave you 5 options. And the most voted on that poll was spending 24 hours in a ninja gym. So today, we're not spending 24 hours in a ninja gym today because that video will take a long time to plan, but since I see how much you guys want to see it, I am putting that into planning right now, and that will be a future video. But today we're going to be doing the second most voted on option, which was ranking every course that I ran this year on American Ninja Warrior Season 13 from worst to best. So I ran 4 courses on American Ninja Warrior this year, started with the qualifying, then the semifinals, then stage 1, and then stage 2. Each one had some super cool obstacles, and they all had their own benefits and detractors to them. I'll give you some behind the scenes stuff as well in this video, let you know some stuff you might not know just by watching the TV show, and I'm also going to tell you my thoughts about each run and why they're in each placement. So let's get right into it. So coming in at number 4, we're going to start off this ranking with, I don't know if this is too much of a surprise, but it's going to be stage 2. And if I got to run the whole stage 2, believe me, that would probably be number 1. But I only got to do 3 obstacles at the stage 2, so I didn't really get to try as much of it as I would like to, and trust me, that's my fault. I fell on the 3rd obstacle. Come on, Enzo, we forget about it. But basically my stage 2 run was short, so I can't rank it as high as some of the other ones, but it was still, oh my gosh, the best experience ever. I'd say out of my 4 runs, stage 2 was like the most surreal. Like, I'm actually on stage 2 right now. It feels still unreal that it actually happened, but since it was so short, it comes in here at number 4. First obstacle was the striding steps. Those were really fun, but they were intimidating. Like, standing on that starting line and looking down at them and seeing like, you better run or you're gonna fall. And that rope was pretty thick and a little slippery as well, so a little scary to do. And the salmon ladder was so much fun. As you saw in my last video, the salmon ladder got an honorable mention as one of my favorite obstacles from the whole season. And the stage 2 salmon ladder specifically, because you had to go up and over. And I remember grabbing onto the salmon ladder and thinking, wow, I'm doing the salmon ladder on stage 2. Because I've been an ANW fan for my entire life, so actually being on stage 2, like the whole time I was just like kind of geeking out, you know what I mean? It was so cool. I was still so focused on the course, but I was so happy to be there. And then unfortunately I fell in the V formation and my run got cut short. But stage 2 was phenomenal, but it has to come in at number 4. Unfortunately, one of these runs has to be number 4, so stage 2 comes in at number 4. All right, you guys, coming in at number 3. Let's see. Comment down below your guess, guys. Comment down below what you think number 3 is going to be. You think it'll be qualifying, semifinals, or stage 1? Comment it down below. I'll give you 5 seconds. Just kidding, you only get 3 seconds. It is the semifinals. The semifinals were my 3rd favorite run of the season, and I'm gonna explain to you why right now. So the semifinals was not my best run ever. I learned so much from this run. In a past video, I talked about everything that I learned from it, but in the moment, I was so scared. I was running on the edge. We'll start out with the shrinking steps. I ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, missed the rope with one hand, almost fell into the water on the first obstacle. Absolutely terrifying. Second obstacle, twist and fly, tons of fun. Third obstacle, ring chaser. Oh, I'm gonna catch the ring. Obviously, I missed the ring. What? I missed the ring? Okay, I gotta use the small ring. Got it. Boom. Diamond dash, little trick. Got it. Drop zone. Super scary because you don't want to hit your head, but I love this obstacle actually. Doing it was a lot of fun, and I got it. Warped wall. Boom. Got it. Salmon ladder. Boom. Got it. Padlock. Oh. Well. Padlock, you know. So padlock didn't go as well as hoped. And I'm sure you can predict that the 2 courses where I hit a buzzer are gonna be the top 2. So I think semifinals falls in at number 3 because although again, such a fun course, some really creative obstacles with the padlock and the drop zone, and even the ring chaser, that was a lot of fun. While scary, still a lot of fun. And I also love the twist and fly as well. It was just like a really fun obstacle. Diamond dash was super fun, just to sprint across. And getting to do the warped wall again was awesome. Shrinking steps, iconic obstacle. Salmon ladder, iconic obstacle. This entire course was either filled with iconic obstacles or new obstacles, which was just so much fun to do. And even though I went down on the 8th obstacle, still one of my favorite runs of my life. 1, because of how much I learned from it, and 2, because it's freaking American Ninja Warrior. It's been my dream ever since I was a young kid, and actually being on those courses is just surreal. I think something else that makes this a little more nerve-wracking is I ran super early in the semifinals, So after I fell, I did not know if I was gonna move on or not because I knew the stacked field that I was in with people like, Vance Walker, 𝗖𝗛𝗘𝗖𝗞, Sean Bryan, Adam Rail, and a bunch of other really, really good ninjas. I knew that there was a chance that I wasn't gonna move on because I fell on the 8th obstacle. When I found out I was moving on to Vegas though, I was the most excited. I couldn't sleep that night, guys. I was so excited that I had moved on to Vegas. So yeah, even though with the fall and everything, semifinals has to come in at number 3 for a phenomenal course. Now coming in at number 2, we have my qualifying run, my first ever run on American Ninja Warrior ever. And this run was just so crazy to me because you're inside the Tacoma Dome, you're thinking, is this really happening right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I got the call for the show, first of all, I was like, what the heck? And then when I actually got to Tacoma and I realized, okay, I'm actually competing today, right now, it felt like it wasn't real. And there were so many nerves going through me. There was so much excitement going through me. It was just a wave of emotion that I can barely even explain to you guys. It was just so crazy to me that I was actually living out my dream of being on American Ninja Warrior, and when I got on that course, I felt unstoppable. I knew nothing was gonna take me down. I saw that overpass and I was like, I'm going right through it, we're clearing it. When I saw the spinning log, I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, we're done. I saw the air surfer, I knew it was a flying bar. I knew that it's easy to fall on if you miss one side, but I wasn't even nervous for it because I knew that I could complete it, and I did complete it. Same thing with pretzel twist. I knew that I could complete it, and I did complete it again. Right up the warped wall and hitting that buzzer. And then the cherry on top was that I got the 3rd fastest time of the entire night. And being in a field that stacked, getting the fastest time out of all the rookies and the 3rd fastest time overall, just under 2 speed demons, RJ Roman and Amir Malik, was just better than I could have even imagined. I was going into it like, what if I fall on the shrinking steps? What if I fall on the overpass? What if I fall on the spinning log? Like, there's so many things that go through your head, and being able to actually execute and then get the 3rd fastest time of the whole night, it was just so awesome to know that I went out on American Ninja Warrior and I performed. It was my first run ever, and I was able to perform to basically the best of my ability and clear the entire course. That run was awesome to me, and it comes in at number 2. Before we get into number 1, I'm gonna give a quick honorable mention. It's technically not American Ninja Warrior, but I'm gonna give an honorable mention to American Ninja Warrior Junior because obviously it's not the actual show, but it was the first course I ever ran on a big stage, and it was such a dream come true for me at the age of 12, and it really kickstarted my ninja career into what it is today. So I gotta give a quick shout out to ANW Junior. Love you, ANW Junior. But number 1 has to be stage 1 of the national finals in Las Vegas. Guys, coming off my semifinals run, I was nervous because I knew my semifinals run wasn't my best and stage 1 was next. So I was pretty nervous. I was a little bit doubting my abilities, but I went out there with this overwhelming confidence, especially right when I got on the starting line, to the point where if I fell, it would have been the biggest shock of my life because I was not letting myself fall. And I think that was evident throughout the course run. First obstacle, I just sprinted through. Even though my strides are one of my biggest weaknesses, I just strided through. Next obstacle, swinging blades. I didn't even realize how off my swing was a little bit, but I was still able to catch it with ease. Double dipper, done. Jumping spider, done. Tire run. I trip and I fall onto the tire. And I catch myself, save myself, and I'm able to make it through. And then the warped wall, I stumble my way up and I'm able to still grab the top, get over, dipping birds, sprint straight through, fly hooks, I get stuck, but I'm able to stay calm, cool, and collected and make it all the way up the cargo net and hit the buzzer with only 2.5 seconds to spare. Guys, this run was one whirlwind of emotions, but for me, the whole time I was so focused on the end goal that I knew I just had to take it one move at a time, one obstacle at a time, and I knew I could make it to the end in the time limit because of my abilities. And when I hit that buzzer, although the qualifying buzzer was spectacular, that stage 1 buzzer was one of the best feelings of my entire life. Because you can kind of luck your way through a qualifying course if you were really lucky. Like, their obstacles are a little smaller, they're in very confined areas. But on stage 1, these obstacles are huge. There's no margin for error. If you mess up once, you're done. And I was able to stay perfect on the course. Obviously not exactly perfect because of my trip on tire run, but I was able to stay up in the air throughout all the obstacles and complete the course. And that, knowing that I did that as the youngest ninja in history, was just probably the best feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. My stage 1 run in Las Vegas goes down in history as the best day of my life to this day. And I'm hoping next year, if I get the call for ANW 14, I can make it even better when I clear stage 2. So yeah, you guys, stage 1 just has to come in at number 1 because of how big of a moment it was for me in my life, proving to myself that that semifinals run, that was just a fluke, and we're back on track and we're clearing this course. So it felt amazing. Stage 1 comes in at number 1 by a mile. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more ANW 13 review and ranking videos, let me know down in the comments. This is part 2 to my last video about the obstacles. This one's about the courses. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to see down in the comments below. And yes, in the future, I will make that spending 24 hours in a Ninja Gym video. Don't know exactly when it'll come out, but I think it's a great idea and I think it'll be a lot of fun as well. So yeah, comment down below if you want to see that as well. I know you already do, but just comment down below. Let me know. Like, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.